Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. Thanks for coming. Today I'm going to talk to you about leadership trust and distrust. You know, worldwide, according to Edelman's research, there's a trust issue across organizations, even in governments and religion. In business, employee engagement is low because of a lack of leadership trust. There's distrust. Employees don't believe in their CEOs, their executive leadership, let alone their manager, because the number one reason why employees quit a job is they don't like their boss. Distrust comes from lies, selfishness, big egos, arrogance, greed. In other words, leaders are leading from self-serving tendencies rather than a servant leadership tendency. And so what happens is there's a lack of engagement in the workplace between leadership and employees. And as a result of that, they're dissatisfied, which leads to lower productivity and lower sales and poor customer service, which worldwide there's a customer service epidemic of negative proportions. In spite of, today, there's more software, more programs, more information on the internet for improved customer service, all kinds of tools and resources, but things aren't getting any better, really. It's actually getting worse. And you know what it really is? It's a leadership issue. That's what it comes down to. Now, employee engagement pays. There are studies after studies, and in my consulting business and our clients that we work with, companies that have higher employee engagement, where the employees like coming to work, they like the people they're working with, they feel like they're valued by the company, the employees go out of their way, they bring their best stuff to work. They don't just keep their best stuff for after work. It's kind of like that joke where employees are all day long, they're sluffling along and not doing a whole lot and going through the motions, and then at 4:30, boom, they get excited and they're off to go do softball, to go swimming, to coach soccer with the kids, to go bowling, all kinds of activities after work. And that's what motivates them, not the stuff at work. Trust is the issue. So companies need to trust their teams, that the potential that they have. I came across the story about this man was 91 years old, and he set the world record for bench pressing 187 pounds. Wow! Do you know any 90-year-old person that can do that? Let alone a 50-year-old person that can do that? What it just exemplifies is the potential that people have. I also came across the story of a one-arm catcher. Now, when I was in high school and college, I was a catcher, and it takes a lot of work. There's a skill doing that job. And this is a one-arm catcher. He kept the ball, throw it. Catch the ball, throw it. He made the team. He's a starter. He's a phenomenon. Look him up online. See, if you trust in people, they can do incredible things. But too many companies don't. They trust the leadership. They trust their product. They trust their distribution. But they don't put the employees first. Great companies, great managers, leaders put employees first, and the customers come second. Because if you invest in the people, they'll do a great job for you. In fact, I believe the next revolution in leadership thought is about the power, the potential of people and what they can accomplish if you as a leader change. And that's what we need, is we need leadership change. We need leaders that are doing the right things. And what are the right things? Well, my business partner and I of 20 plus years, Doug Watsabaugh, put together a superstar leadership model. And in it, we hit the basics of what great managers did. We studied great managers in 200 plus companies, and we looked at the research out there. We put it all together, and this is what we came up with. They focus on clear expectations and goals. They recognize their team. We also found information that said in our studies that 80% of performance problems are a lack of clear expectations and goals and recognition. Wow, think about those. Two things alone have power in them. And they're about communication, and that's the other piece. Communicating regularly, consistency. The number one thing that comes up on employee engagement surveys is we don't communicate around here. And then training, investing in people, helping them develop their skills. In coaching, notice it's the biggest circle on our model. Leadership flexibility, understanding people are different. And again, these are just the basics. promotions and incentives to challenge people, a business value of continuous improvement, and recruiting and hiring winners, really having a process where the recruiters and the managers are working together to hire. And there's a need for that today with a talent shortage. And then tying it all together is trust. And that comes from integrity. And that comes from upstanding character. That's what we're talking about. Integrity, doing business right, caring about people, highest levels of ethics. That's what's missing in the workplace today. That's what's missing in government. Too many people are out for what they want. Too many so-called leaders, and I don't believe that a person with the title of manager or even some leadership position in government, they're not really leaders if they treat people poorly, if they don't respect people, if they don't care about people, if they don't go out of their way to help people in what they want to do. I was taught early on, help other people be successful and you'll be successful. Notice how that came about. First you help, then you get. Give other people what they want and you'll get what you want. It's about the golden rule, and that's where integrity comes from. Without that, you have leadership distrust. With it, you have trust, and you can do amazing things through awesome people. That's the challenge of leadership today. And I encourage you to think about that, work on that, understand that, make that a part of what you do every day. Because if you have integrity, you'll do the right things that I talked about earlier. And your team will value that, and they'll go out of their way for you. Hey, thanks for coming. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time.